Hey there you guys, welcome back. Guess what I have? I have another Amaryllis video. Yeah, I do. Because you guys can't get enough of them. I know it. Well, maybe it's just me. Maybe I love Amaryllis. Amaryllis are such a stunning plant. I don't understand how people can't love them. Many people throw them away. We've discussed that right after they bloom. They don't really understand how they grow, so that's alright. I'm not faulting them. But they're so much fun to grow. Sure, they might look like heck when they don't have any blooms on them, but they're so worth it. The wait is worth it. And if you have a plant that's growing really, really strong, the leaves aren't so bad. They stand up on their own, they do what they do, and they're kind of interesting. But the flowers is what's amazing. So I wanted to bring you, I don't know why I'm out of breath. Breathe, Bill, breathe. The flowers are absolutely stunning. This one here is the neon one, the pink one. It actually looks better the second time around. This plant here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buds. 7 buds. I wanted to do this video now. You're probably watching this in the future. I'm probably uploading this in like a week. I don't want to bombard you with videos. So by the time I would normally get to do this, these flowers will have faded and it won't be so good. These have been out for about a week so far. And the flowers will last maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, so maybe even longer if you're lucky. If the temperatures are cooler and the sun isn't too bright, they might last even longer. So these are stunning. I'll bring you in a little bit closer. I wanted to show you the difference between these two. This one was called Baby Scarlet, I think it's called. Scarlet Baby. This one is a miniature version. This one here is a pretty standard version. The flowers are still a little bit smaller. If you grow like a red lion or an apple blossom or a Minerva or one of the common ones, the flowers are a little bit bigger than these guys. Sometimes they're almost dinner plate size. But these guys, if I hold my hand up next to it, the flowers are maybe 3 inches across, which is fantastic. I like the variety. I want to get more miniatures. I also like the flowers that look kind of like an orchid. Some of them over here, let me see here. You won't be able to see it, but it's called La Paz. There's another one that's called, I think, Chico. That also has a really interesting, they're almost like spider-like flower. Really, really cool. When those end up blooming, I don't know if I'll get flowers this year. I'm nursing these ones back to health. But when they do flower, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to be so excited to see them again. So anyway, let's come in a little bit closer. I want to show you this pot here. This is the one that I was trying to grow out until next season. I didn't want them to flower this year, but you can't stop nature. It does what it wants to do. I think because the floor downstairs in the basement is cold, it prompted these guys to go dormant. They never really went completely dormant. The leaves on some of them are still there, but I'm starting to get flower buds, and I wanted to share that with you. So, and we'll get another close-up of these guys here. And how many Amaryllis do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different varieties. That is really cool. And at this point, I think when things stop flowering, I think I might try doing some seeds. I might try pollinating and see how that works, because if one of these doesn't bloom next year, I'm okay with that, because I've got a lot of variety. So, okay, I keep saying it, let's bring it in. Let's bring the camera in closer. Okay, so here we are. This is the neon. It's a beautiful pink. I was expecting it, like I said in the previous video, I was expecting it to be a much more vibrant color. But you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. As much variety as I can get with my Amaryllis. And again, here we go with the Scarlet Baby. I'm going to put my hand next to the flower here. As you can see, flowers are quite small. Let's turn this plant around. Flowers are beautiful. And on this one, you'll see that we have the leaves starting to grow. The leaves really aren't doing anything, they're just resting there until the flowers are done. Once the flowers are complete, they will the leaves will start to grow profusely. And still at this stage, because the leaves aren't really growing, I'm not really watering the plant. When the soil becomes dry, I will give it a little drink, but I'm not going to be watering it profusely because it's not really producing roots at this time. And because it's not producing roots, it's not taking up any moisture. And if it's not taking up any moisture, it's just sitting in wet. And if it's just sitting in wet, it will cause rot. So this one is actually in that boat, the neon. It's not producing any roots, and I have watered it, and it's kind of yucky in there. Not very cool at all. I'm actually worried about this one rotting. I keep feeling the bulb from time to time because there's fungus gnats and stuff in there. I don't want to see that, but at this stage the only thing I could do is take it out and repot it into drier soil. But it's been a few weeks and I haven't watered it at all. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed, but we'll see how it goes. Let's come into this pot here. As you can see right here, we've got a bud. I'm not sure what variety this is that's going to be flowering, but in this pot I have a papilo, a black pearl, and an evergreen. So when they flower, I will take these spikes, labels, and put them where they go. So that's sorry, there's the bud there. And then as we go over the plant, there's another one that's in flower right here. Pardon me, we're going to go around the plant. And we're going to get in closer here. This bulb has really grown. Because it naturally went dormant, I'm really keeping the plant dry. This plant here will probably start going dormant just because I'm keeping it dry. The reason why I'm keeping it dry is because it lost its leaves, and if I keep it too moist, it might end up rotting. This is a really nice firm bulb. It's actually grown quite a bit. I'm wondering if I'm going to get a couple of flowers out of it because it's bulging. It's bulging at this side quite a bit, and as you'll notice, the flower's coming in from the other side. So I might get a flower from this side, and I might get a flower from that side. I don't really see what's going on here, but time will tell. And this bulb is producing an offset. As you can see, this bulb is almost as big as the parent bulb. Maybe this year I'll end up transplanting it, and we'll have two separate plants. But we'll see how the season goes. These guys are doing not very much. Starting to go dormant. Bulb's still healthy. Usually I'll take off some of this extra brown yucky grossness to expose the bulb itself. It's not necessary. I just like to keep the bulb clean. I feel that sometimes if you water it and you've got all this, let's call it mulch around the bulb, the moisture can hang out near the bulb and cause rot as well. It doesn't necessarily always happen that way, but I just want to stay safe. And here we go to the other ones. These are ones that I got from my mother. We used to collect Amaryllis, like the really fun, interesting varieties. And she had these in her basement for, I think, two years, and she didn't really grow them. Sometimes she'd bring them upstairs and give them some light, but really the bulbs were very small. But I put them outside, and we were growing them through just normally outside, and I didn't want any flowers. I wanted them to really nourish themselves and not worry about flower production. But the bulbs are getting quite large, and I think we might get flowers either this year or next year. But I'll keep you posted. And the leaves are in the way of the camera. This bulb here is actually quite large. I'll need to repot this. This is probably 2 inches across. When we started the season, it was probably an inch. So it's really doing well. I don't know if you can see that. This one's called La Paz. Doesn't want to focus in there. Really cool flowers. And then this other one is called no, not Chico. Amaretta is this one. Hard to see the label, but you can make out the colors. I think the Amaretta is a smaller variety, kind of like the red one that we saw that's in bloom now. So anyway, This is an update on the Amaryllis. I will have more updates as time goes on. If you have any questions about Amaryllis, please shoot them my way. I'm doing pretty well with them. Nobody's ever an expert, because plants have a life of their own. Your plant growing conditions are going to be different than mine, and what I do might not work for you. But we can work together and maybe solve some of our problems. So anyway, happy growing, everyone, and send some pictures my way. Love seeing your Amaryllis photos. Absolutely amazing plants. Hey, well, you guys have asked for it, and I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, because it's a big job. You wanted to see all of my plants, so